Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines comes to you compliments. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you run, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you run, we'll make your dreams come true. Nexa, Nexa, Nexa,
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Wednesday, January 25, 2023. In the headlines, Wednesday morning marred by multiple accidents, resulting in injuries. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell says cess application surpassed government's expectations. Government targets September 2023 as new deadline for census completion. In around the globe regionally, Guyanese opposition MP hammers government on high inflation. Internationally, Pope says homosexuality is not a crime. Plus, in the sports news, Ministry of Sports welcomes the return of cricket in schools. Good evening, I'm Kenroy, Baptiste here at Television Center at the Grenada Broadcasting Network. We'll be back in just a moment.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments. Soft Weave bathroom tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Weather-wise, it was a bright and sunny day in most parts of the island, but a string of vehicular accidents caused many to wonder whether the island was experiencing a Black Friday on Wednesday. One man was rushed to the hospital following one of 3 accidents on the East Coast, while others needed help from crashes and burning vehicles on the West Coast and along the Central Road Artery. This evening's lead story was compiled by Nisha Paul. Let's cross to her at this time.
Good evening, Kenroy. Well, it seemed to be the morning from hell for people here on Wednesday morning. In rapid succession, reports of about half a dozen accidents went into circulation. The jinx started at Wester Hall, where 3 collisions occurred. There were long lines of stalled vehicles as the morning rush became a morning crawl for many who were making their way to work, school, and other commitments. Photographs surfaced of a vehicle which flipped after reportedly colliding with a truck and another car. Another crash involved a 3-vehicle twister. While police on the East Coast made their way to Wester Hall, response crews were called to attend to one of their own. Footage surfaced of an overturned vehicle operated by the Royal Grenada Police Force, which flipped over an embankment, almost landing in the sea at Mabuya in St. John. As the Black Wednesday morning unfolded, the public's attention was drawn to Tivoli in St. Andrew, where a bus went up in flames. And And as if there was an evil chain at play, another video surfaced in which efforts were being made to quell another heated bus at Palmis St. John. Constable Troy Paul, attached to the traffic department, was able to provide us with a briefing this afternoon.
So far, what we can confirm is that this morning we had 3 accidents reported in the St. David area, Wester Hall to be precise. 1 serious and the other 2 being minor in nature. In relation to the serious accidents, a total of 5 persons were injured and were taken to seek medical attention. However, 1 person is still hospitalized and awarded at the General Hospital. In relation to the other 2, which are minor in nature, the damages are minor, no injuries reported in them, and all 3 accidents are still under investigation.
He also highlighted the incident at Mabuya St. John involving the police vehicle.
Also, there were another motor vehicle accident involving a police vehicle which occurred along the Mabuya public road, where the police vehicle ran off the road and damages were caused. However, the driver sustained minor injuries, but that accident also minor in nature as well in relation to the damages and injuries.
The vehicular fires were also a source of concern for the police.
We can also confirm that this morning we saw 2 fires which involve motor vehicles, and these involve omnibuses, or we say minibus, one at Tivoli in St. Andrew and the other at Palmis in St. John. We can safely say there were no injuries as a result of those fires, and they were put out, and at the moment there is no risk factor at the moment in relation to the fires.
Constable Paul reiterated the need for due care and attention while on the road. While many focus on the possibility of speeding and driving without due care and attention, some also pointed to the condition of vehicles on the roadway. Sharp-eyed observers pointed, for example, to the extremely smooth front tire of one of the vehicles involved in the 3-vehicle crash. Social media was rife with concern about contributory factors and appealed for road users to take measures to lower the rate of vehicular accidents. For GBN News, I am Nisha Paul.
Well, a concerned citizen felt compelled to call GBN's To The Point program with Glenn Telesford to express his concerns about road traffic and the number and frequency of accidents. He shared some suggestions he believes can be implemented to curb the problem.
One of the simple things, I think is that there needs to be more of a police presence on the roads during rush hours. The police need to either covertly or overtly be on our nation's roads. And, it's a deterrent. When drivers see police on the roads, let's slow down, it's done in other countries as well. So I think that's one thing, an easy kind of fix is to try to get more police on the roads during rush hours. Especially, we know some of the trouble areas, the Eastern Main Road, Springs Road in the morning, everybody talks about it. You go up Springs Road in the morning, you have buses overtaking 5 and 6 and 7 cars to get in front of you, around corners, etc. We all know it. Why can't something be done about it? Put a police there and I'm sure it will stop. So that's what I have to say. I'm not knocking the police. They do a great job normally, but they need to fix this before it's already out of hand. So we need to fix it.
A concerned citizen there on GBN's To The Point program. Government says its attempt to provide business opportunities to many Grenadians through the COVID-19 Economic Support Secretariat (CES) program has surpassed its expectations. Cherry and Blackman Stephen reports.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell said that the government targeted 330 applications for the COVID-19 Economic Support Secretariat (CES) program. However, in excess of 6,000 were received.
We understand naturally the disappointment for the many thousands of persons who would not have benefited from the program because we were only able to date to distribute funds to 481 persons. So we met and exceeded the target. The initial target was 330 persons. We in fact have distributed funding to 481 persons. We expect the number will go up. There are some persons in the system who are still being processed, but effectively the program has come to an end as of December 31st.
CES was remodeled in September of 2022 to ensure grant funding is incorporated. This initiative focused on people wishing to start a business or to extend an existing business. He said that the interest in applications received shows that many Grenadians want to become entrepreneurs and business people. He said the program was successful in reaching its targeted sectors.
We want to indicate that from the perspective of the sectors that have been impacted, the program was also successful in that we were targeting the productive sectors. And to that extent, fishing received the largest percentage of the grant funding, as much as 28%. It was followed by agriculture, which received 20%, and then agro-processing and the creative economy. So the sectors that we were targeting certainly, again, was successful. 94 new businesses received funding, and 381 existing businesses received funding. So again, we were able to provide funding to at least a little under 100 persons who benefited from the program.
Prime Minister Mitchell gave a breakdown of the disbursements by constituencies.
In terms of disbursement by parish, St. George, partly because it's the most populous parish naturally, and perhaps the parish most driven by commercial and economic activity, received approximately $2.9 million of the disbursement, followed by St. Andrew, which received approximately $1.4 million, followed by St. David, which received $1 million, St. John, $670,000, St. Patrick, $548,000, St. Mark, $418,000, and Carriacou and Petit Martinique, $275,000.
For those unsuccessful applicants in the CES program, all may not be lost.
For persons who obviously have not benefited from the program, we intend to keep your information on file because the government certainly intends to look at further opportunities that will be available to provide further grant funding or low interest cost funding to persons who wish to extend or start new businesses.
Cherry and Blackman, Stephen, GBN News.
Other news, the Ministry of Social Development aims to formulate a licensing authority for homes for the aged in Grenada, along with a childcare policy for the year 2023. This is to better care for and secure both the young and old generations in the country. Rena Thomas tells us more.
Senator tasked with the responsibility of the Ministry of Social Development, Gloria Thomas, announced on Tuesday that by May 2023, a childcare policy and action plan should be developed. This is to ensure that daycare centers, among other childcare facilities, will be guided and meet the required standard.
The ministry will ensure the development of a national childcare policy and action plan. This is to ensure that the standards and care of these centers meet expectations. Consultancy service will be procured to lead on this initiative. And I say lead because we will be doing that engagement with the practitioners in the field, and we will be engaging them so that the policy that we come up with will be sensitive to our local reality. We have projected that this policy will be developed, reviewed, and the draft approved by May this year, 2023.
Minister Thomas also announced the development of a licensing authority for the homes of the elderly. She said that after so much sacrifice for the development of the country, it is only fitting to ensure that the elderly are properly cared for in their golden years.
One will appreciate that our senior citizens have contributed to the development of this country in one way or the other. Now that they are at the golden years, efforts will be made to safeguard them, especially when they are in residential care. And so we'll be formulating a licensing authority for homes for the aged. We are currently in the process of identifying suitable persons who can serve with the authority. we must make sure that these persons have the expertise and the competency to effectively carry out the assignments.
For GBN News, I am Rena Thomas reporting.
Meanwhile, workers can expect to pay more in NIS contributions from next month. According to Minister for Social and Community Development and Housing, Philip Telesford, efforts are being made to save the entity. He indicated that the last actuary review took place in October last year, which points to the need for immediate action.
One of the things we would witness, beginning from the 1st of February, is an increase in the rate from the personal contributions would move from 5% to 5.5%. That's by individuals. And by employers, it will move from 6% to 6.5%. This would now enable us to properly fund an unemployment benefit scheme to benefit the population. This move is extremely critical.
Network news from the Grenadian capital. Still ahead from us, government targets September 2023 as new deadline for census completion. Stay with us.
Paging all Grenadians at home and in the diaspora to be part of the journey to 50, reflecting on the past, planning for the future as we get ready to celebrate our 49th anniversary of independence. Tuesday, February 7th, 2023. Events to be observed for our 49th anniversary of independence include table tennis tournament at the CSA building, February 3rd and February 4th. Independence Calypso Finals, Sutter's Bus Terminal, 8 p.m. February 3rd, February 4th. Open water swimming competition, Grand Mall Beach at 9 a.m. and beach tennis at Grandad's Beach from 11 a.m. Also the Independence Boxing Tournament, February 4th, 8 p.m. at the Youth Center, National Independence Church Service, Grenada Trade Center, Sunday, February 5th, 3 p.m. National Colors Day, the Inter-Ministerial Display, and the 49th Cultural Extravaganza, 7 p.m. at the Granville Burst Terminal, February 6th. Then the Made in Grenada Expo, Military Parade, and Rally, 10 a.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium, Tuesday, February 7th. Happy 49th, Grenada.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we say thank you for playing Megapulse Promotions Bingo. So, on Sunday, January 29th, 2023, from 5 p.m. at the National Stadium. We say it's appreciation time. Get ready to win $50,000 in cash. Yes, $50,000 in cash to be won. And hear this, tickets are only $20. Plus, the first 1,000 persons get a complimentary drink. Whoa! Now that's how we say thank you. Bingo fans, see you on January 29th at the National Stadium. As we say, it's appreciation time.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can back my sack. I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Arise, together there's no limit to what we can do. Arise, with no wings, fly. Arise, and we're so high, enjoy the view.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
Your life is yours, your future's in your hands. Your body is yours, that's why you need a plan. You gotta plan your family, avoid HIV, get the education from the Grenada Planned Parenthood Association. We offer STI screening, gender-based violence counseling, prenatal and postnatal checks, injectables, condoms, pap smears, and other sexual reproductive services. Open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Pointy Street, St. George's. Whether male or female, it doesn't matter. We're here to make your life better. Grenada Planned Parenthood Association. For appointments, call 440-3341.
A GPPA clinic may be in a health facility in your area. Information can be found via Facebook at the Grenada Planned Parenthood Association. Clinics are in partnership with the Ministry of Health and GrenChap. This ad is sponsored by Canada Fund for Local Initiatives.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Rebecca TV Center officials from the Ministry of Social Development say the hope is to distribute the Chinese low-income houses by June 2023, as there are still some bits and pieces to complete. Rena Pitt Thomas has this report.
The Grenada Housing Authority is now in the selecting and vetting stage of applications received for low-income houses. According to Minister for Social Development Philip Telesford, this process is being done through an independent committee, after which persons will be notified. Joiners and carpenters are preparing to outfit the apartments with cupboards and closets, as the Housing Authority has been engaging with them.
The Housing Authority of Grenada has engaged, I'm aware that they have engaged a number of joiners to bid for the construction of closets and cupboards to outfit those units, because we want to ensure that when people occupy those units, that they are comfortably enough. And so that is happening as we speak. Presently, they're doing samples to ensure that they can deliver within a particular time and within a particular cost range, that we do not run over budget. We expect to implement certain remedies to ensure that that does not continue.
Telesford says the hope is that by June this year, the low-income houses will be distributed.
After that is the initial stage of setting up those cupboards and closets are complete, the government will take a tour of the facility to ensure that it's done according to specification and taste. So we continue to work with that, and we believe that by the end of June, we should be in a position to deliver those units. We are also increasing the net. We've had quite a number of other joiners who have come on board thus far, and so we're going to engage them also. So the wider the net, the faster we believe the conclusion of the billing out of those cupboards and closets would be.
The minister also reminds persons that the Grenada Housing Authority also offers a soft loan for the construction or repair of homes and encourage persons to take advantage of this opportunity.
It appears to us from our analysis that many Grenadians are not aware that there is a soft loan facility up to $40,000 that is available at very concessionary interest rates at the Housing Authority of Grenada. The authority continues to issue those loans or to lend to people and collect on behalf of the institution to ensure its continued viability.
Measures will be implemented for people who already accessed loans from the Housing Authority and are delinquent in repaying their debts. Minister Telesford gave this update during government's post-cabinet briefing on Tuesday. For GBN News, I am Rena Thomas reporting.
Now, a new September 2023 deadline has been set for the completion of the National Population and Housing Census, which began in 2021. The census began in November 2021, but was put on hold in December due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It resumed in January 2022, but was faced with another challenge: the lack of information by many on the importance of the census. Minister for Economic Development and Planning, Lennox Andrews, called for the public to collaborate with the enumerators conducting the census.
We want to complete the 2022 Population and Housing Census by September of this year. The Population and Housing Census is an important exercise that provides very important data for government to make informed decisions and to design policies and programs that are rigorously adapted and suited to the needs of our people. And that population census, that information, will give us the real data, the real information of what is happening on the ground.
Minister Andrews is reminding the public that the census is a critical component for government to come up with policies and programs beneficial to the population.
We want to take this moment to ask our people to please provide the support to the enumerators as they come to your doorstep and to ask you some basic questions. the information is highly confidential. Highly confidential. So don't be afraid to say to the enumerators, tell them the story as is, as regards your household, the number of persons living there, whether you have a fridge, whether you have a stool, how many rooms you have, and so on. Basic information, but it's highly confidential. But that's the kind of data that, as government and as policymakers, need to be able to plan and to design projects and programs that can help our people live a better life.
A national census gives government an idea of the makeup of the populace and where it is headed. It helps communities determine where to build everything, from schools, supermarkets and hospitals to homes. It also helps the government decide how to distribute funds and assistance. Every 10 years, the country is expected to conduct a population census. The last census held in Grenada was in 2011. This story to report: an inaugural Island Music Conference will be held in Jamaica next month. It will offer a unique opportunity for entertainers in Grenada and other Caribbean islands to network with a conversion of global media practitioners with the aim of expanding the Caribbean music footprint. Nisha Paul reports.
The Island Music Conference, dubbed IMC, is a first-time initiative co-founded by Orville Burrell, better known as Shaggy, along with Judith Bodley and Sharon Burke. They have extensive experience in the music industry. The 5-day event is scheduled to run from February 8th to February 12th at the Pegasus Hotel in New Kingston, Jamaica, under the theme Carry Culture. Judith Bodley says it will feature a host of artists and also involves just about everyone who has a role to play within the music industry.
The panels range from contracts to copyright and publishing. We look at a number of things. We look at the DSP strategies. So I should tell you that Spotify will be here, also Pandora, Audiomack, Deezer, Tidal. So all of the major DSPs will be in-house. We also have BMI, Loretta Gadsden is coming in. We have Amazon, so that's Madeline Nelson coming in from Amazon. And we also have Adam coming in from, I don't know if you're familiar with Adam Gross from Ineffable Records. We're speaking with VP right now.
She said the music conference is geared at providing growth in the music industry, where participants will be assisted in navigating challenges.
You have access because you'll be able to sit one-on-one meetings, you'll be able to sit in the panels, you'll be able to have discourse and ask questions and get guidance for your careers. YouTube is having an entire YouTube day on February 8th, where they're working again with all of the practitioners, explaining. Meta is on board. So, you know, it is just the best that you could ask for.
Chrislyn Lashington, principal of Lashington Agency, is the country manager for IMC.
I am excited for Grenada to have representation at the Island Music Conference because there's no doubt that we have world-class talent here in terms of the music that we push out to the world. And we also have a lot of music that is unique to Grenada, Carriacou, Petit Martinique. And that means that we have something that can be sold to the world.
The government has identified the creative industry as one of its overarching pillars.
We want to chart a way forward as regards the framework, the institutional framework that needs to be put in place for the development of the creative industries in Grenada. So we want to bring together the creative practitioners, the eminent international and regional speakers, other stakeholders such as bankers, educators, policymakers, the legal professionals, to share their experiences so that we could chart the way forward for the development of the creative industry.
For GBN News, I am Nisha Paul.
It can be considered a beauty on the sea, one of the positive benefits of being a tourist destination. Let's see what cruises across the GBN ISO lens.
A good eye catches all. GBN ISO is brought to you by Clearvision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clearvision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight's eyesore, which was submitted by a citizen journalist, shows a cruise ship gracefully slipping out of the docks just after sunset, after its passengers were treated to a day of frolic and exploration on the Isle of Spice. This ship, Costa Fascinosa, is part of the well-known Carnival Cruise Line. It holds up to 3,800 passengers. Since tourism is one of the main sources of income on the island, we always welcome the sight of this daily ship as they come and go to give tourists an ideal peek of our island. What's your next eyesore suggestion? Share with us your interesting photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Still ahead in Network News, Sparkle Grenade Courtney appointed Deputy Labour Commissioner. Stay with us.
You ate well, drank and indulged, laughed and had so much fun for the festive season. But now it's time. It's time for some serious detox business at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Start the year right with your health as a priority. Cleanse and flush your blood, liver, and kidneys with quality herbs and supplements. Purchase one of our detox combo packs starting from $100. Purchase a full body detox pack starting from $500. Get 10% off on colonic irrigation. Get a chance to win a free colonic irrigation treatment and product coupons with every purchase. We are located in Grandin, minutes before the Food Fair Shopping Center, immediately opposite the old Capital Bank building in the Regency Commercial Suites. Give us a call at 231-6642 or 418-7115 or visit nirvana.gd for more info. It's time for some serious detox business at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. We know real body care. This offer is valid until March 31st, 2023. Terms and conditions apply.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Spice Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but SpyCell Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. SpyCell Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grandlands. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 440-1500. Or visit any of our 3 locations. SpyCell Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
Start the new year right with extra cash when you take your next Quartz Ready Cash loan. Get $100 Quartz Cash with your $5,000 loan and double the rewards with your next loan of $8,000 or over. Get your loan now and pay nothing down and get 30 days to make your first installment. Plus, hassle-free service, flexible payment terms, and 24-hour approval. All you need to apply is your ID, proof of address, payslip, references, and a job letter. Let's ring in the new year with some extra cash from Quartz Ready Cash. Conditions apply. Quartz Ready Cash. We are ready when you are.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro. Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building, and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Reporting the day's news, this is Network News. After having several discussions with the newly elected government, members of the Save the Cameroon Park Committee say that after 7 years in operation, they truly feel that the park is safe. Chairman of the Save the Cameroon Park Committee, Jude Bernard, says that after these meetings, it is clear that both parties want the same thing. As such, the next move is to implement legislation that will protect the area.
That day, it's going to be both a commemoration of our 7 years of being as a committee, as well as having it coupled with a fun day for families. You know, it's a holiday, and we are looking forward to having a very grand time. So we are looking forward to this event. We're inviting all Grenadians because they will have a lot of activities for kids and for families. We'll have music, we'll have entertainment, and many other, activities that may interest the public. It's going to start around 3 p.m. just after the parade at the park, and to give people enough time to go home and then come and enjoy Cameroon Park. And it will go probably until the set of sun.
The committee will be celebrating its 7th anniversary on February 7 with a family fun day and short ceremony, during which several people who played a key role in ensuring that the park stayed as a fun and safe green space for all will be recognized. Mr. Bernard is inviting everyone to come out and be a part of the anniversary celebration.
And we were given the assurance that the park is safe and that we should not be worried about it being, we being dispossessed of the park. So that much we have, assurance we have been given, of course, verbally. We have also received some sort of assurance that our idea of how the park should be used is shared also by the government, and that we don't have to worry too much about some of the things that, you know, we were fearful could happen if there is not proper controls in place. But we didn't want to see it turn into another Wall Street or another, you know, some of the places we've seen happen. And we've been given that kind of assurance as well. We are very confident that we are in a safe place, to use the word safe, based on the meetings we have had with the government in recent times. But at this point in time, our interest and our concern is to ensure that we have legislative protection for the park, so that, you know, something can just happen overnight and then we're back to square one.
The Ministry of Legal Affairs, Labour and Consumer Affairs has announced the appointment of Sparkle Grenade Courtney as Deputy Labour Commissioner. There she is. Mrs. Grenade Courtney is no stranger to the industrial relations field in Grenada, having previously served as a Labour officer. According to authorities, she served in the Ministry of Agriculture and in the Department of Public Administration, thus equipping her with an essential combination of skills and competencies to perform the role of Deputy Labour Commissioner. In her capacity as Deputy Labour Commissioner, Mrs. Grenade Courtney will provide key support to the Labour Commissioner to strengthen policy and legislative reforms and labour management to effect the implementation of the transformative labour agenda. She will have direct responsibility for the work permit program, labour market information management, and establishing the employment agency. We can tell you too, her appointment as Deputy Labour Commissioner took effect on January 23, 2023. The post was last filled in 2013. Sparkle Grenade Courtney is the first woman to serve as Deputy Labour Commissioner in Grenada. Stay with us. We'll be back with the sports news, followed by Around the Globe.
It's your Gifts of Love for Cheer 2.0. 'Tis the season for holly jolly days at the Communal. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Getting on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2023. Share the Gift of Love. Offer ends January 31st, 2023. Lending terms and conditions apply. Gifts of Love with Trent. need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Glenwood, and Central Deputy Street, Wall. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
Good evening, sporting fans. After over 2 years of no secondary school cricket, the Ministry of Sports is thrilled to see the return of the sport. Cricket is one of the many activities being put on by the Ministry of Sports for the 49th Independence celebrations. Clyde Telesford, head coach in the Ministry of Sports, says he is pleased with the participation of the secondary schools.
At present, we have 12 schools that will be participating in the competition. We have 2 zones. We have Zone 1 and Zone 2. In Zone 1, you would see we have teams on the western side, and the Zone 2 we have the teams on the eastern side.
He highlighted the schools which will be participating in the competition.
In Zone 2, we have schools. We have St. David's Secondary. We have Westall Secondary. We have GBSS, PVC. We have Carrico. In Zone 1, you have McDonald College. You have SAS. You have GSS. You have Christian Academy, and you have 7 days secondary school.
The cricket head coach says he hopes to form an elite team once the competition is over.
One of our main objectives too in terms of the tournament is that we as coaches within the ministry, we are going to be like shortlisting names of players that we think that can make that can move on, all right, so that we could form this elite group and continue working with them.
The Independence Cricket competition bowls off on February 23rd. Still in cricket, 3 games were played in the 2023 Independence Cricket competition on Tuesday at different venues across the country. Communications Officer Karine Murian Alexander has the results of the matches played.
3 games were played in the Independence Secondary Schools Cricket Tournament, which got off to a start on Tuesday, 24th January 2023. Happy Hill Secondary School played against GBSS at Bouchejoux Plain Field. Presentation Brothers College versus St. David's Catholic Secondary School at La Sagesse, and the Grenada Christian Academy versus St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary School at Pearls. At Bouchejoux, GBSS batted first and scored 123 runs. McBullin of Happy Hill Secondary School scored 19 runs. Danny Joseph, 3 wickets. Adam Williams, 3 wickets. In return at the crease, Happy Hill Secondary School made 89 runs. Bowling for GBS's Jamil Thomas took 4 wickets for 11. At last suggest Presentation Brothers College batted first and were all out for 56. St. David's Catholic Secondary School batted 57 without loss. And finally at Pearls in the match, Grenada Christian Academy versus St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary School. Grenada Christian Academy batted first and scored 79 all out. Kenroy top scored with 25 runs. Bowling for the St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary School, Tiquan Roberts, 4 wickets for 12. St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary School batted 82 for 7. Bowling for Grenada Christian Academy was Keith Charles, 5 wickets for 13 runs. And this was the results from the opening matches of the Independent Secondary Schools Cricket Tournament played on Tuesday, 25th January 2023 at the Bouchejou, Las Sages and Pearls playing field.
Application, focus, and discipline are the keys to a successful Windies men's tour of Zimbabwe. Coach and captain relayed these sentiments in their first interview after landing in the southern African nation. The details in this report.
The 2-test series begins on February 4th, and after a couple of days of traveling, the Windies contingent is happy to finally be in Zimbabwe. In his maiden tour at the helm, interim head coach Andre Colley says the outing offers opportunities for the team and its individuals to regain confidence.
Tomorrow we'll go and have a look around and see what things are like. But if we were to go off history and what would have happened in maybe the last 5 years, we'll probably figure that pace and spin will work equally well here if we're able to apply ourselves, and play each situation as necessary. Then we can look to post challenging totals, especially in our first innings, to have some control over the game, and as the game progresses, position ourselves in such a way that we come out with a positive result.
Last time out, the Windies senior men suffered 2 heavy defeats to Australia. Captain Craig Braffett wants the squad to approach Zimbabwe like the #1 team in the world as they look ahead to a tougher challenge from South Africa.
Obviously Zimbabwe at home, it's going to play well at home, so we can't take it for granted. I think that's the main thing we really got to stress on, and pretty much complete 10 days of solid hard things mixed with progression. Obviously the pitch didn't offer much in the Pacers last time, but the Pacers did well, and so I think once we mix that tight discipline, obviously go into the respective fields and mixing that with some aggression, I think they're standing for the Pacers. So I really look forward to a big team effort. Australia, was a tough tour for us. We didn't show any fight, especially in the last test match. So obviously, beginning of the year, we want to start strong.
This to the end of the sports news. Stay with us for a look around the region. This is your One Caribbean Media Hookup. I'm your presenter, Beverly Telesford. The debate on the 2023 national budget in Guyana kick-started on Monday, and opposition member of parliament Nima Flubes hammered the government on the high inflation rate compounded with the destruction of the houses at Mocha Arcadia. Details in this HGP-TV report.
Beth, who is a teacher by profession, spared no effort in roasting the government over the high cost of living, compounded by the other challenges faced by the Guyanese populace.
Speaker, challenges of the high cost of living, with prices climbing, shadowed from $100 to $500, sugar from $300 to $500, oil, Mr. Speaker, from $360 to $800. All of these challenges, Mr. Speaker, the Guyanese populace had to deal with.
Referencing the 7.2% inflation rate for 2022, the Member of Parliament contended that the increase in old age pension as well as the COVID-19 cash grant last year had little effect on the citizens.
All the hype. When you talk about the inflation and you go simply for a flour, $500 with inflation, you actually would spend $536 for the pack of flour, Mr. Speaker. But then again, static income. But all the time the price is going up. The people at the shop, Mr. Speaker, if they go to the minibus and the minibus increase the fare, when they come back, they would say $536 plus $2 for the transportation. So the ordinary guy will pay $538 for the flour.
The bulldozing of the squatters' houses at Caneview Market did not miss the National Assembly's attention. It is against this background that Flubes noted that the budget, which is supposed to protect the people, are breaking up their lives.
We talk about a budget that is supposed to protect and provide for the people, but what we have seen, Mr. Speaker, is not that.
Minister with responsibility for finance, Dr. Ashni Singh, presented the country's largest budget, pegged at $781.9 billion.
In Antigua, 4 opposition senators have been sworn in by Governor General Sir Rodney Williams. As prescribed by the Constitution, 11 senators are appointed on the advice of the Prime Minister, including an inhabitant of Barbuda, 4 on the advice of the Leader of the Opposition, 1 on the advice of the Barbuda Council, and the other by the Governor General on his own volition. Details from ABS News.
Returning Senator Sean Nicholas is now Senate Minority Leader. She took the oaths of office, allegiance, and secrecy early Tuesday.
I, Sean Marissa Nicholas, do swear that I will honor, uphold, and preserve the Constitution of Antigua and Barbuda and the law.
Nicholas says she is gratified and does not take the appointment lightly.
And now being named the minority leader, I see it as added responsibility. I also see it as a role in which I am expected to help to mold those who are coming behind of me.
She adds she sees herself playing a very pivotal role in the forward movement of the United Progressive Party and is of the view Senate Minority Leader is the best position for her to be in. Newly appointed Senator Alex Brown also took the oaths before a supportive audience at Government House. He will be joined by David Messiah and Jonathan Joseph. Jonathan Joseph hails the appointment a good feeling.
I always look forward to serving my constituency and my country in whatever capacity that I can, and I thank the Honorable Leader of the Opposition, Jamal Pringle, for having that faith and confidence in me to have appointed me once again to the Senate.
Alex Brown looks forward to his tenure in the Senate, pledging to ensure his community is taken care of.
The deplorable roads, from water to roads to different infrastructure to just basic things for the schools, just for the community. So I want to make sure that I'm focused on making sure that community is looked after, and I'll be applying some pressure on the government to make sure that we are not left behind.
Returning to the Senate, David Messiah says it's a pleasure to serve the people. The party will focus on succession planning, growth, recruiting, and retention.
Further afield, Pope Francis has criticized laws that criminalize homosexuality as unjust, saying God loves all his children just as they are, and called on Catholic bishops who support the laws to welcome LGBTQ people into the church. The details in this report.
This morning, Pope Francis shaking up the Catholic Church, supporting same-sex civil unions in the new documentary, Francesco. The Pope says what we have to create is a civil union law. That way they are legally covered. I stood up for that. Words welcomed by Father Jim Martin, an advocate for LGBTQ Catholics.
It's a huge step forward historically. He had said something like this before when he was Archbishop of Buenos Aires. But it's quite another thing to say it as Pope, and to say it so publicly and so clearly in this documentary.
But the Catholic Church calls homosexuality disordered. Rhode Island Bishop Thomas Tobin asking for clarification, writing the Pope's words clearly contradicts long-standing teaching of the Church, and that it cannot support the acceptance of objectively immoral relationships. The documentary director says the Pope was not talking about church doctrine.
He did not try to change the doctrine of the Church. He was talking that the people not should be discriminated.
In the film, Francis Francis says homosexuals have a right to be part of the family. They are children of God and have a right to a family. Nobody should be thrown out or made miserable because of it.
This is him being a pastor and recognizing a pastoral need for people who have been marginalized in the church for decades, for centuries. The Pope is not opening up the door to gay marriage being celebrated in a mass, but he's opening up the door to people being approving of same-sex civil unions.
And courting controversy in an already divided church.
And that's your One Caribbean Media Hookup. I was your presenter, Beverly Tellisford.
Continued programming on the Grenada Broadcasting Network following the news. For now, a reminder of the headlines. Wednesday morning marred by multiple accidents resulting in injuries. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell says cess applications surpassed government's expectations. Government targets September 2023 as new deadline for census completion. And around the globe regionally, Ghanai's opposition MP hammers government and high inflation. Internationally, Pope says homosexuality is not a crime. Plus, in the sports news, Ministry of Sports welcomes the return of cricket in schools. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online, gbn.gd, or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. That's all from us in the GBN newsroom for the moment. Thanks for joining us. Take care. Good night.